Hey health warriors, if you are diabetic, then you know that you need to watch what you eat. There are many foods that are good for diabetes, but there are also some fruits that you should avoid. In this video, we will discuss the 10 worst fruits for diabetes. You must stay away from these fruits and stick with the ones that are good for your blood sugar levels. Consumption of fruits and vegetables can highly reduce the risk of heart disease and cancer, but not diabetes. Fruit is a good source of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. On the other hand, fruit can be heavy in sugar. Diabetologists suggest, to minimize blood sugar spikes, a person with diabetes must closely check their sugar consumption. However, fruits may not seem dangerous, but they can cause irregular rises in blood sugar levels, which is unhealthy for diabetics, because it may lead to complications of diabetes. So, we prepared a list of the worst fruits for diabetes that you must avoid. Number 1. Banana. Bananas are one of the fruits for diabetics to avoid. Bananas are a high carbohydrate food and are loaded with sugar. A single banana contains about 27 grams of sugar, which is more than what's found in most candy bars. Like dates, bananas are also one of the worst fruits for diabetes because they can spike blood sugar levels and promote weight gain. There are also some studies that suggest that eating bananas can increase the risk for type 2 diabetes. It is also important to note that eating too many bananas can cause constipation, which is another common problem for diabetics. Number 2. Mango. Mango is something that people may not expect to find on a list of worst fruits for diabetes. Mangoes are high in sugar and carbs, which can make them dangerous for diabetics. One mango contains about 36 grams of sugar, which is more than what's found in a can of soda. There are also about 60 grams of carbs in a mango. It may be best to avoid mangoes if you have diabetes. Sometimes there can be hidden sugars in fruit that people don't realize. It may even cause you some trouble if you're not careful. There are some better choices out there for you to eat if you have diabetes. Number 3. Pineapple. Pineapple is another fruit that's high in sugar and carbs. One pineapple has about 46 grams of sugar and 96 grams of carbs. This is more than what's found in a can of soda. It's best to avoid eating pineapples if you have diabetes, especially if you are trying to manage your blood sugar levels. There are other fruits that are lower in sugar and carbs that you can eat instead. It also has an effect on your blood sugar levels. Sometimes there may be a spike in your blood sugar levels after eating pineapple. There can be hidden sugars in fruit that people don't realize. It may even cause you some trouble if you're not careful. Number 4. Sweetened cranberries. Cranberries are something that a person with diabetes should avoid. It also is something that can interfere with blood sugar control. Cranberries are high in sugar and they also have a lot of carbs. These also are something that can cause your blood sugar levels to spike. These are maybe something that you can have on occasion, but should not be a regular part of your diet. Sometimes there are also added sugars in cranberry sauces or juices, so be sure to read the labels carefully. These are also something that can add a lot of calories to your diet, so be sure to limit how much you consume. Number 5. Raisin. Raisins are another dried fruit that is high in sugar. A small handful of raisins has about 27 grams of sugar. They also have a high glycemic index, which can cause blood sugar spikes. Raisins are also high in calories and can contribute to weight gain if eaten in large quantities. Like figs, they contain sorbitol, which can cause diarrhea for people with diabetes. They also often contain added sugars and sulfites, which can be harmful to people with diabetes. There may be other issues with raisins as well, such as the fact that they can be high in pesticides. Number 6. Figs. Figs are often touted as healthy fruit, but they have high sugar content. One small fig has about 8 grams of sugar. They also have a high glycemic index, which can cause spikes in blood sugar levels. If you have diabetes, it's best to avoid eating figs or limit your intake to just a few. These also contain sorbitol, which can cause diarrhea in people with diabetes. Sometimes there are other issues with figs as well. They can be high in pesticides and contain mold, which can be dangerous for people with diabetes. It also has an unpleasant texture. Number 7. Tangerines. Tangerines are something that you should limit or avoid if you have diabetes. They are citrus fruit, but they are much higher in sugar than other citrus fruits like lemons and limes. One small tangerine has about 13 grams of sugar. They also have a high glycemic index, which can cause blood sugar spikes. Tangerines also contain fructose, which can be harmful to people with diabetes. Sometimes there are other issues with tangerines as well. They can be high in pesticides and contain mold, which can be dangerous for people with diabetes. These are also low in nutrients. Number 8. Cherries. Cherries are a great fruit to eat if you have diabetes. They are low in sugar and high in fiber, which means they will help keep your blood sugar levels stable. There may be other issues with cherries as well. They can be high in pesticides and contain mold, which can be dangerous for people with diabetes. These are also low in nutrients. Cherries are something that you should eat in moderation if you have diabetes. It is even if you have other issues with them. Number 9. Kiwi. Kiwi is something that a lot of people with diabetes avoid. It has a high natural sugar content, and it also contains more fructose than other fruits. This can make blood sugar levels spike, and it can also lead to weight gain. If you are going to eat kiwi, make sure to do so in moderation. There are some health benefits to kiwi, so it's not entirely bad for you. Just be careful with how much you eat. In kiwi, about 60% of the sugar is fructose. The carbs content is also high, at around 20 g per 100 g. It may also contain more than 20% of your daily vitamin C requirements. Number 10. Lychees. People with an elevated blood sugar level should steer clear of all kinds of sugary foods which have a high glycemic index. Sugary fruits such as lychees are associated with high GI and can be a reason for the spike in blood glucose levels. Lychee fruit is used as a sweetener for desserts or cocktails and contains a whopping 29 grams of sugar per serving. That is why diabetics should steer clear of this fruit. They can have blackberries instead. These are the worst 10 fruits for diabetes and should be avoided. These fruits are high in sugar amounts. People with diabetes must keep a watchful eye on their sugar intake to avoid blood sugar spikes. Excluding fruits from your diet is not advisable for diabetics as fruits are rich in fiber, which is good for your health. However, it is recommended that fruits that fall under the following category should be eaten moderately or mix these fruits with other low GI fruits to balance your blood sugar levels. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more informative content.